Hi, this is Radhika Apte and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Phobia is the first psychological thriller of my career and also one of the most challenging and complex characters that I have ever played. That's what Radhika Apte said about Phobia, and it's a huge privilege to have Radhika Apte back with us on Bollywood Hungama. Radhika, huge pleasure to have you back first of all.
Thank you, I'm so happy to be back.
Thank you, and you're saying that it's the most challenging character of your career. You've had some really interesting characters so far. Why do you say that?
One of the most challenging, but
one of the most challenging.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was challenging.
Challenging and complex characters.
Yes.
So it becomes like
yeah.
I'm
No,
just
you're
specifying
right.
actually.
But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The reason being, so basically, of course, there's a whole this thing that she's suffering from agoraphobia, which is a complex thing anyway, because people are not aware of the fact that phobia is a disorder. Then two, you are in it, you basically become a part of it. You need to get aware of it, you need to understand how it functions. Then you need to deal with yourself because it's very traumatic. I know people who go through panic disorder because I've grown up with a couple of them. And so it's really traumatic, and it's also very difficult because people who live with you find it very difficult to accommodate that. Right. So they're struggling to deal with your situation and their situation with you, and you are struggling with that, and you feeling guilty about a lot of other stuff. It's a really not a great place to be in. So everybody needs to be really on a good page of understanding where you feel that okay, and we know about the disorder completely, and there are these things one is willing to do. Right. So that's one thing. But the second thing is also something happens with her, because of which she develops agoraphobia. Sure. And the whole track of her judging her trauma and others judging her trauma as well. Because sometimes people will say that हाँ ये हो गया तो इतना क्या ऐसे क्या बड़ी बात हुई, but it's such a horrible statement to say. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge traumas and you can't compare traumas. So it's that another track. And third track is about her personality and her character, because we tried to make her into a pretty grey character, not like a really nice, amazing girl or a really so we tried to make her very real. So the things she does which are really very real, it's not. So we were trying to make a mix of that, so which was the character building was why it's so complex. And also what was difficult about it is because she gets a lot of panic attacks in the film due to her situation. I was really stressed about not making it dramatic unnecessarily, and panic attack aa gaya to kya kare. So I really wanted to study that. So apart from the fact that I've seen it, I have experienced it, I have read a lot about it, I've visited doctors and found out a lot about it. What really helped was, on YouTube there are so many videos of panicked attacks. It's amazing in the sense the number of videos that there are, and you read about the symptoms. When you watch them, you realize that it's more internal. You can see the symptoms, but it's still more internal rather than external. It's really interesting. It was very interesting for me to see, like there's one video where her these muscles contract so much that words don't come out, and it's so subtle actually, but so all these things. So we worked a lot about sitting together on rehearsals. Rehearsals were basically discussions on every scene, every small aspect, and deciding how we choosing what and why. So it was quite. I spoke so much, but
I was watching the 360-degree promo as well. I think it's very interestingly done. The way ideally the protagonist would like to believe that everything is fine, and but the way that at times that things happen. And do you feel that maybe we don't thank God or anything else enough for the fact that if everything is sorted the way you are? And because slight just jangling of the mind space, and it can be like disastrous. You can create a hell out of your own mind if things are not in proper order. And somewhere do you feel somehow that we have too much of stressful situations in the entire world right now? We tend to maybe push ourselves too hard at times without realizing that it's important to just give mind a break. To just function completely.
I completely agree. I think we're going at a really fast pace. the pace has increased, I think, over centuries, you know, and now it's like accelerated really fast. This city I find very stressful. There are things about Bombay I really like now. It's become home, but the pace of the city. At the moment I land, I start feeling restless and stressed about something. I don't know what, and I'm not the only one. I know. I've spoken to so many people who feel the same, and it's just that I don't know what it is that we're trying to achieve or where is it that we're trying to go, but just don't breathe, you know, and I see myself right now work so continuously. I have really been working so back to back that I have realized that I really need a break, and if I don't get work or I say no to, which I'm doing right now, saying no to most of the work, it's okay. I can sit at home for 3 months and not stress about it. I mean, I'm just saying small things, but it's so essential.
In fact, I think you said in an interview that you love to travel on your own.
Yes.
You've been doing that since
Yes.
your teenage. You've had, I think you've written a column as well.
Yes.
On the entire, and you've also said somewhere that now when you're traveling for work, it's not really traveling because you're just in the air-conditioned cars at 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
And traveling is more about not knowing where you're going.
Yeah.
So that's a very interesting statement to make.
Yeah.
You know, any artist would say that they need their laid back space for just getting the creativity come into their just mind space. But somewhere, do you feel that the entire word laid back is getting just connotated with laziness, and that you're not maybe ambitious enough, and which is something which is harsh as well. Like, you know, it's important to be laid back. It's important to just let go things at times.
Absolutely, there has to be a balance. Like, for example, now I work
at times. That's what I'm saying. At times.
Exactly. That's what, because like I work with my foreign agents, for example. I've just begun. I'm not doing any.
You have a foreign husband as well.
Yeah, and I have a foreign husband as well. Exactly. So it's so refreshing because they don't work on weekends, and they don't, and it's amazing because when I'm in London, I feel like weekend is my time. You know, it's so essential to have that. I really think it's so essential. And I was watching this film called Where to Invade Next by Michael Moore, which I don't think is released here yet, but it's a recent film. And he goes to different countries and invades an idea from their country. And from Italy, he invades the idea of holiday. But there are not enough holidays in an American system. It's hilarious because he goes to Italy and he talks to these people that there's so many holidays, paid holidays, of course, which is not possible in our country, but the fact that they give holidays so much importance. And the Italians didn't know that Americans work a certain way, some of them. And their reactions were like hilarious because they were so shocked that how can you work like that? It's actually really funny. So that also, again, like reiterated it in my mind that you really need a holiday.
Absolutely. I think you need a holiday as well. Okay. You know, when I was just watching your promos of Phobia in the morning, and this song Roke Na Ruke with Satyajit Mishra, and the entire bantering that is happening and the chemistry that is happening. You know, to be honest, I've seen a few films in the recent past, and I felt, I'm talking about female actors, they tend to try maybe too hard at times, and as a viewer, entirely as a viewer, I don't get into that entire critic bit at all actually, which is like, can be quite superficial at times. You know, it looks forced at some of the performances in recent times that I've seen, that it seems on the surface that it's like a wow, it's something really outstanding in terms of the theatrical element, but it's not effortless, it's not flowing naturally. You don't feel as a viewer that it's flowing naturally. When I was watching that song, and even otherwise the promo, you know, you have I think a unique ability that your performances, they seem as if it's like everyday thing. It's like very natural. There's nothing forced about it, be it any of your performances. Do you feel lucky somewhere? Have you worked hard on just achieving that effortlessness somewhere?
Well, thank you first of all.
I'm being very honest actually.
No,
it was a very organic thing. I'm not talking about the song. I don't want to talk about the song and go into those details. No. I'm talking about my experience.
No, absolutely. No, I don't really make an effort in the sense that I haven't worked towards being a certain way, but my training has always been like, you know, it's such a good suggestion when a director comes and says that don't say the line till you actually feel it. You know, and I really take that seriously, in the sense you really have to feel. And another friend of mine, actually during Phobia only, Pooja just said something, and she said, you need to have compassion. Because when you're performing, you need to really have compassion for the other person. Whether it's brutal scene where I'm murdering somebody or a scene where I'm making love, but there has to be compassion. And the moment you have compassion, there's connectivity. And then you just have to trust the other person. That's why I feel, I really believe that when you're acting, it's not about you. Even if the camera is on me, it has to be between us. It has to happen between us, not in front of me and the camera. You know, so I rely a lot on my co-actors. I try and take something from them, and I try and give something to them, because otherwise it doesn't work.
Absolutely.
So that's how my training's sort of been so far.
Now you're having some really interesting projects lined up as well, apart from Phobia. You're having Kriti, which is like a short film.
Yes.
For Shirish Kunder. You're playing a psychiatrist over there. So this entire thing is just following you, the mind games. You're playing a psychiatrist, and Neha Sharma is playing Manoj's love interest.
Yes.
So something about, because Kriti is something that Shirish is very excited about.
Yeah.
I think he said for the first time he has made what he has always wanted to make.
Oh really? Let me say that. I've not been reading. Okay.
Yeah. I interviewed him a few days back, and he said that all the things that I've done so far, they have been projects that have come my way. It's not something that I've given everything what I wanted to make, but this is something that I really wanted to make always. So what's been the experience like? So you've been quite a pro at short film. Ahilya has done exceedingly well.
Yeah, it just happened, man. I mean, I didn't plan it. You know, if you get a good short film, then you do it, right? If you have the time. And Sujo and I have been trying to work with each other. Anurag and I, finally something hopefully will happen now. But same with Shirish, actually. There was something else we're trying to work out, and he said that right now there's a short film, will you do it? And I said, I'll do it. So we did it, and it was a really interesting idea. He has great ideas, by the way.
Yeah, he is totally whacked out.
Yeah, he's completely whacked out, and he's so passionate, and I really like him a lot. So it was great fun.
Okay, and you're also doing this international project called Ashram.
Yes.
With Gunit Monga at the helm, and you're having Kalpen and Melissa, Leo and Sam Keeley and Hera Hilmer. So what has been that experience?
We just finished recently.
Right. And you shot in Manali.
We shot in Manali. They just wrapped, came back yesterday actually. It was a very different experience, working with a lot of foreign people, because you just realize the difference between our work systems. I'm not talking negatively, I'm saying practically. The completely different ways of functioning, like drastically different. And witnessing that for 3 weeks was, trust me, like very enriching. A lot of hilarious things going wrong, completely wrong. I mean, with our system, they're trying to cope with us, we trying to cope with them.
Sure.
But for me to understand how they work and how we work, and then choose what I want to choose, was the best. Because I think they have some extremes, which I go a bit like, come on, like, you know, come a little our side,
Right.
and then we have some pathetic, laid back, in a bad way, work ethics.
Can be in a bad way as well.
In a bad way, work ethics, which I always feel very upset about. So then it was really interesting for me to sort of keep wondering which ones I prefer. It was a good thing. But anyway, the project was really wonderful as well, because I mean, you get to work with Melissa Leo. She's incredible. And so were the rest of the cast. Carl, wonderful. Sam, Hera, like really so much fun.
Absolutely.
And beautiful location.
And Gunit Monga as well. She's very international as well.
She's completely international.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she's a darling. And it's the first project we worked on together. So.
Okay, you are also having Bombairiya.
Yes.
With Akshay Oberoi. So what has been that experience like?
Again, very good. So Pia Sukanya, who is directing it, and very different sense of humor. It's a very different sense of humor, which I personally get pretty attracted to. It's a film that happens in a day in Bombay, and I'm a PR agent whose phone gets stolen. So there's no, so it's actually about a few people and that one day, at one chaotic day, and it's funny, it's a funny film. So the shooting was a lot of fun, a very urban sense of humor, but because it was in Bombay, we shot for like more than a month actually, and every day we had a different location. I think we shot all over Bombay. I don't think it was so hectic because you know how it is to shoot in roads in Bombay in summer. So, the heat, then you have people coming in, stopping the shoot 15 times.
Right.
I'm like saying this on camera now, but you know what I'm saying.
But that's true. That's true. In fact, there have been many producers who've said that it's easy to shoot abroad.
Abroad, than in Bombay.
And the sort of restrictions and the sort of, in fact, permissions that you have to take in Mumbai. I think Harshvardhan Kulkarni is also working on the sequel of Hunterrr 2 as well. And,
apparently.
Which is taking your and Gulshan Devaiah's story forward.
Okay.
So, okay, are you aware of it?
I am a little bit, but
Okay.
but I mean, Harsh really has to like do it fast now. We're like pushing him. We're like, Harsh, kab kar rahe ho? So he's like writing.
Right.
He's still writing.
Okay. Now, apart from that, you're having like a really big, apart from your I think slate of independent films or like a smaller films, you're also having Kabali with Rajinikanth, which is as big as it gets.
Yeah.
So how's been that experience like?
Incredible, like superb. After having not so this thing, I got this film which was a surprise, and it's really surprising. I'll tell you why. Because I have done all things that a South industry would not like, or any industry. I got married. You know, I do films that they don't quite would appreciate. Not just they, but like a lot of big commercial, and a lot of people in South especially told me that Ma, married to nahi, matlab, is a problem. Even in Bombay, forget South. And then I was like, हाँ तो मेरा career अभी खत्म हो गया. That was my mindset. I was like, हाँ मेरा तो अभी कुछ होने वाला नहीं है वहाँ. And then I got a Rajinikanth film. So I was really happy about it. So it just happened overnight. Literally, the director called me and I said, fine, I'll come see you. I went to see him. The whole team was there. They narrated the story to me, and he said, Rajni sir is also very happy to have you on board. And he's so amazing. I'm truly inspired by him. The last day I remember of the set, and I just went to him and I said that I'm not going to see you from tomorrow. It's so sad because he's everything that you hear about him.
Right, simplicity and all this.
Simple, humble, like literally between shots he'll just be standing somewhere in one corner. And he's punctual, he knows his shit. He's so polite and so respectful to everybody. He's such a hard-working guy. Yeah. I mean, he was working for months without a single day break.
Right.
But on set, you'll never even feel that. And the first day I went to see him, we had a photo shoot. And I said, "Can I go see him? I've never met him." So they were like, he's ready, so you can come and go see him. So I went to his van. He was standing outside the van, waiting to receive me. Like really, absolutely. When he won the award, I called him. I have his landline number, so I called him. And his PA took a message, and he called me back that night. Like he's really nice.
Must be.
Really nice.
There are
really
many
nice.
stories.
Yeah.
I read his biography as well. That there's amazing stories.
Yeah.
As well. Radhika Apte, we'll have to change gears slightly, and you're also being known for all these hot photo shoots that you've been doing on a lot of like, in fact, magazine covers.
Yeah.
In fact, one of your admirers, Mr. Ram Gopal Varma, has been tweeting regularly that Radhika Apte has more sex appeal in her attitude than Donald Trump has steel in his towers. And he's also like he's been tweeting quite regularly that are the hottest I saw in my last 3 bursts. That is on your FHM cover.
Oh really? I have read the first one.
Yeah, and he also said that I can't believe you, the Rakt Charitra girl, can look like this. I must have been blind.
Okay.
Okay, so you've not read this.
I've read the first one, yeah.
Okay, and hey Radhika Apte, what did we poor men do that you are taking revenge on us like this? This is for your
4 tweets.
Femina cover, yeah.
Oh.
So, and he rarely tweets. Actually, he doesn't give importance to too many people at all. Like, you know how he is.
Right. Okay. I know how he is. Yeah.
So he's comparing you to Donald Trump.
That's heartbreaking. That's an insult. So I read that first tweet because I don't follow him. I don't think he follows me either. So I didn't read the rest of the tweets.
Right.
I really make an effort to tweet. So making an effort to read all the tweets is a lot of effort.
That's okay. That's it. That's okay. So, but how do you react like that?
I don't react. Then have you not noticed?
But now, if you'd like to, and even apart from that,
I go blank.
In a way, like a new avatar of yours as well, like ultra glamorous and which is a bit of a different side to your personality as well.
You know, very honestly, this is very me. Also, I mean, just because I did films like Rakta Charitra and Shore in the City, they've put me in that. Like so many times after that, when I've gone to meet people, they go like, "Oh, you look like you do look different," and I'm like, "Do you really expect me to come here wearing a sari and meet you?" So it's just how you perceive somebody from screen, right? And I am very like this, how I am right now in front of you, really. So this is just because, practically speaking, these covers and photo shoots don't come to you unless you have little bit of work and this thing. So it's happening now, and I'm so grateful.
You shot for Vogue as well.
I just recently shot, but I'm really enjoying it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I'm really enjoying it, and didn't know I would enjoy. So basically, I don't think about it like that. And these tweets, I'm sure he meant it in a nice way. Let's say that, but I really don't react.
Right. No, it's fine.
Because
it's
not because
he's just admiring.
Admiring, exactly. But
he's just wondering that
why did he not cast me in something else?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's very sweet of him.
Why didn't he notice that side of you in
Rakta Charitra? Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Exactly. No,
that's what he's
I almost bumped into him because we were promoting and we were doing this show. And Veerappan's also coming, so we are, I think, apparently
already the competitors as well. Yeah. Oh, okay, yes.
So he was there, and then he left, and I came, and we missed each other. So but I mean,
okay,
I don't react. Your first question.
Fair enough. Okay, now this entire turnaround that, in a way, that Marathi cinema is just experiencing right now. Sairat has done exceedingly well. Like a 4 crore film, it's gone past 60 crores so far, and
crazy.
The way it is going, it's having like a 12 midnight show, it's having like a 3 a.m. show, and it's expected to do much better than what it is doing as of now. You've been part of some very important, you've started your career with Marathi cinema. How do you look at this entire this humongous rise, and people are taking a lot of interest? Like Nawazuddin Siddiqui, I asked him that would like to do like a Hollywood film. He said that I'd rather do like a Marathi film. So there's a tremendous interest in Marathi cinema right now. How do you look at that?
I think it's incredible. I think it's really incredible, and it's so well deserved because I might be wrong in saying this. I'm not sure, but when I was really new in the industry, which I still am. I mean, because I think I'm just starting, but it was a little difficult for Marathi people to enter, and I don't promote Marathi. I'm the last one to promote Marathi. I'm last one to promote any regional thing. I'm for everything. Like I'll say everybody same, everybody come, everybody do things. But I got it a lot when I came in. That South Indians were okay, Bengalis were okay, North Indians were loved. But Marathi, something, they always felt that your mentality is traditional or what, I don't know what the impression was.
Right.
But I got it a lot from people, and I was like, I'm the last person to have that mentality, and you're basically saying that I am. But anyway, so I'm really glad that now the industry is booming, and it has the capacity to absorb the other regions and languages and people as well.
And what I personally notice is I think it's extremely progressive. Whatever cinema that I've been watching, like Nat Samrat, I love the writing part of it. It has so much of world literature into it.
Yeah.
Same with Court as well. I think it was extremely progressive. It was so objective. Killa was outstanding.
Outstanding. Yeah.
So and they're very objective. Court, when they're showing two point of views, they're showing it like absolutely objectively. Like say one is say for example like a radical and the one is like maybe on the leftist leaning. So it's like both of them, they are justifying it from their context.
Yeah.
They're not judging it at all.
Yeah.
Which I find like very interesting.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is like,
yeah.
and that even in Sairat, for example, I think it's like it has some really progressive element into it.
I have to watch it.
Yeah, and somewhere it's taking both the sides. It's not like only that the underprivileged they are harmed. They're also taking that point of view. At least there's one scene that how the underprivileged they like pulling down the people from the high upper caste. That you know, once you watch it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So do we see Radhika Apte doing Marathi stuff soon?
Yes.
I think it will be like a huge boost.
Yeah, there is a project that has been offered to me, which is taking time because it's a bigger project and they're still into writing. So it probably will happen at the end of this year or next year, early next year. It's a really big project. It's a very exciting project, and I'll tell you when it gets completely materialized.
I think that's a wonderful news.
I'm going to do it because I'm super excited about it.
That's great. I think they're having some amazing technicians.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing some really interesting work right now. There's no doubt about that. Okay, Radhika Apte, we'll end this interview with some fun stuff. So we'll have like a rapid fire with Radhika Apte. So
don't ask me favorites.
No, don't worry. It's like interesting.
Okay.
We'll have a good time. And so rapid fire with Radhika Apte. So the first one is, besides phobia of the swimming pool in your building, Radhika has a phobia of
rats.
Rats. Okay. Weirdest phobia you have ever come across?
Weirdest phobia I've ever come across? Actually, somebody did tell me something recently, but I've forgotten. I think, no, it's not weird, I have it too. No, I'll think about it, can't think about it.
Please do.
Okay, I'll tell you, like, I'll come back to this question.
No problem.
I can't think
You're
of
perfectionist, right?
Yeah, it has to be though.
If not an actress, what would you have been?
Mathematician.
Mathematician. Why?
I love math.
My God. It's like, rarely do you come across people who love maths actually, which is wonderful. A place where you're dying to travel solo?
Greece.
Okay. Your all-time favorite thriller movie? What's your all-time favorite thriller movie?
Shining.
Okay. Worst, okay, now I won't ask you worst thriller of Bollywood. I won't ask you that.
Don't ask.
Most desirable actor of Bollywood. Do you think that there's any most desirable actor?
Most desirable actor of Bollywood. I think it's Ranveer Singh.
Ranveer Singh. Craziest fan experience you've ever had?
Yeah, actually it was quite bizarre. This guy who was in the flight with me, and he was like, he wanted a selfie, and I was constantly, for some reason or the other, caught up with something. He stalked me. He was in the whole flight, and then at the baggage, then I went out, he stood there for like hours, and it was just really crazy. And when he finally came, I got really pissed off. I was like, le selfie, because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy.
Okay,
but,
like that.
Yeah,
okay.
it was really obsessive. Yeah, not good.
Okay, that's interesting. This one is an interesting question if you take it sportingly.
Okay.
What do you think would be the hypothetical phobia of the following actors? Hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical.
Ooh, I'm going to be bad at this.
Hypothetical. Okay. Hypothetical. It's not. Okay. Gulshan Devaiah, for example. What would you think will be his hypothetical phobia?
Phobia. Gulshan's phobia.
Hypothetical.
I'll tell you what his phobia is.
Actually, tell me.
If he's going in a group with somebody, the people are going to be late.
That's what his phobia is?
Oh my God. He's like a dad. You have to go like, Gulshan, chill. Because Gulshan's like he'll wake you up, he'll pack your bags. So he's like...
Anurag Kashyap, hypothetical phobia of...
Anurag Kashyap's hypothetical phobia. That nobody asks him, when will you do a film with me?
With you?
No, to him. Okay. Nobody will ask him, when will you do a film with me?
Okay. Hypothetically as well, you don't want to take a chance?
No,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ideally you should.
You think I just blew it with one?
It's fine. I don't want you to get into trouble actually. Any other projects that you have in the pipeline that you'd like to tell us?
Yeah, I'm doing a film with Phantom.
Right. Okay.
It's out on the screen daily actually. So I'm talking about it. I don't know. It's Patrick Graham is directing it.
Okay.
So that's my next film, which will start in June and July. I
It's
can't talk much about the film right now.
It's in English or?
No, it's a Hindi film.
Okay,
But-
Patrick.
No, but it's a Hindi film.
Okay,
And I'll talk about it more once I get a green signal.
fantastic. So Radhika Apte, as always, it was like a pleasure talking to you,
Pleasure.
and looking forward to Phobia and all your
Yes.
future ventures. Thank
Please
you.
watch, huh? Let me know.
100%, 100%. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.